Hi, my name is Jana and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories. And today we have a bit different story, different kind of episode. Today will be all about my experience, my amazing time at Knit2Pearl2 festival, Knit and Crochet festival that took place last Saturday in Breda, which is in the Netherlands. My first time in the Netherlands, my first time in Breda. See, still excited. Today's Thursday. Festival was on Saturday. I'm still excited. I'm still smiling. I'm still all pumped, high on energy. So, but this is the first moment I have to sit down with you and talk about my weekend. I think I needed a couple of days in between to just almost said decompost. No, whatever that means. But yeah, so let's begin. You can find me on Instagram as Kittenits, and on Ravelry as Kittenits, and on Ko-fi and Patreon as Finnish Knitting Stories. So yeah, I was very lucky to be invited by lovely Sarah from It's a Sarah, a knitting podcast here on YouTube. And yeah, she invited me and a few other knitters and knitwear designers. I'm not a knitwear designer. The other two ladies, yeah, probably are. There was Larke from the Fiber Tales and Inga from Knitting Traditions, and it was three of us that were invited guests. That was so lovely. It was very lovely meeting everyone. So where do we even begin? Where do I begin my story? Probably at the beginning. So once upon a time, there was a girl who loved foxes, not relevant, and she was just knitting in her forest corner, and then she got invited to attend the Knit and Crochet festival, and yeah, and she did. End of story. No, that's a short version, but let's do a long one. We don't do short stories here. It's always a long one. So where do we begin? Let's begin at the preparation stage. I took part in a K2P2 MAL, which was a make along for the festival that you could make whatever you want to wear or to take with you to the festival, and I made the dress. In like 2 weeks. I started a bit earlier, but then I did some other things in between, so sorry, I need to slow down. Too exciting. I'm sorry if I'm my blubbering is too fast today. In around 2 weeks, I knit myself a dress from a Dutch yarn that I took back to the homeland for a visit. I finished on time. I can't now show it fully because I'm sitting on the other side of my room. By the way, on a special request by everyone at the festival who wanted to see the other side of my room, this is it. This is not a large room, so I usually sit there, and now you see the other side. I just, same tripod, I just flipped my phone other way. This is the other side of the room. But some of you probably have seen it before, the long-term followers. I have recorded a few episodes on this side as well. And there by the yarn shelf, and pretty much everywhere except the door. Okay, not relevant. Back to the dress. So I finished. I'll get up a little bit, but you will see it in the footage from the festival probably. I tried to ask my husband to take a lot of footage for all of us, and this is actually how I looked on the day, plus the bunny boots. I had the bunny boots. And when it got cold, I used my newest West Knits mystery shawl. But yeah, I looked like this. You could see me from anywhere. People were playing this fun game like Find Waldo, but it wasn't hard game like Find Jana. in the hall, you could spot me. You could spot me. Yes, I was like a neon landmark, and people were saying, "Oh, you were easy to find." That was the point of this. And then I had my Design Disaster earrings. What else? Yeah, this is how I looked on the day of the festival. Yeah. Perfect. I wasn't cold. It was the part was outside and part was in a hall but we will get to it. Okay, so let's start from our travels. Long story. Get comfy. So we left from here on a Thursday night. We got up at 2 o'clock in the morning, at night, we got ourselves ready and we started driving. And a few days before that, we had a massive snowstorm. But luckily, it was like 2 days before our travels, so the services managed to clear the roads, but it was just snowing more on top. So we left into like a small slash medium snowstorm. The visibility was almost non-existent, so we had to leave way in advance, which I'm glad we did, because it took us, I think, half an hour longer than it would normally to get to the airport. We drove through the night in a total darkness and with snow coming into our face. It wasn't fun. Once we almost missed the road, but it all ended well. And we made there on time. We parked, we took a transfer to the airport, and yeah, and we started our journey. Plane was on time. I was worried about my knitting needles because we were traveling with KLM. They have a bit stricter rules about knitting needles. I took little wooden circulars, but at the end I was so tired I didn't even knit at all. And we were traveling light, just with hand luggage, like two backpacks, and that's it. So my husband was coming with me, in case you missed that, and a lot of you now have met my husband in real life. And for everyone who was worried about his face, that's a regular Finnish face. He was pretty happy. He was not bored. He was not angry. That's a regular Finnish resting face. Not a lot of emotions. Okay, so yeah, we made it on time. The airplane left on time. Flight went really well. Never tried going with KLM. Had a very pleasant experience. My husband enjoyed it immensely, because on the flight there, the flight itself was around 2 hours, but like the total time of travel was around like 3 hours but in the air we were for around 2 hours, and they served us cake and coffee not once but twice. So he was the most happy traveler. His day started great with 2 servings of cake and coffee. So what can be better? Thumbs up for KLM for excellent service on a flight. So yeah, and we made there on time, and then we had a little adventure of figuring out the train system in the Netherlands. If I have to complain about one thing, like one thing in the whole trip, because the trip was excellent. I have nothing bad to say, but one thing, the train system is very confusing. If you're going there for the first time and you have never used it before, and you come from another country, and especially if you're on a low sleep, I was on 1 hour of sleep, and yeah, it took a while to figure it out. What is happening? It is very, very confusing, because the direct train we were supposed to take was cancelled. We came to it and it was just red cancelled, because whatever, there were strikes, there were railroad track works, there were all kind of things. So we had to take another train and switch trains in Rotterdam. Trains don't have numbers, by the way, on them. It's just, and older trains don't have any kind of text on them. Like when it arrives, you need to rely on a screen. That's at the railway station. So we were very confused. We weren't sure, are we getting into the right train? Are we going the wrong direction? But we made it. We made it there, and all is well. But that's like the only the only little inconvenience, very confusing railway system. It was better on the way back. We had a newer train and we already knew how things work. So yes. But other than that, it was delightful. We arrived in Breda in the morning, Friday morning, quite early, like around, no, actually not quite early, because like time difference. Okay, I'm trying to make sense of all of this. I'm sorry. I'm still overwhelmed, massively overwhelmed by the experience, but in a positive way, in the most positive way. So we arrived, Sarah met us at the train station, and we went to grab a cup of coffee. And it felt like I have known her forever. It's such a weird thing, because I watch her, she watches me. We kind of know things about each other, but we have never met in real life. And it was just so comfortable and so nice. And I can tell you, she's just like in her videos. She's the sweetest. Actually, no, she's sweeter than in her videos. She's even sweeter and nicer. She's very nice in her videos, but in real life, even sweeter, even nicer. And it was an honor meeting her. And I'm absolutely delighted I made a new real life knitting friend. So we went for a coffee. If you're in Breda, we can recommend the tea house that's at the park. That is excellent place because Sarah had to hurry back to do all the work, all the prep work, and we stayed there for lunch, and the food was delicious, the service was lovely, everybody speaks English. Everyone we met speaks English, and it was very comfortable, felt nice, I don't know, safe, felt beautiful. Yeah. So, what else? Okay, so on Friday we had a bit time. It was raining and people were saying, oh, we're so sorry you got here with a very bad weather, but we didn't notice. The weather felt great to us. We had jackets and like weatherproof jackets, and we had our big umbrella that covers both of us, and we just walked around the town in the rain. And I have to tell you that town of Breda we were in the centrum, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like this little fairy tale town with small buildings. Probably all Dutch towns are like that, yeah, but we saw Breda, and we walked the streets, we looked at the little stores, there was even market, and we bought the most delicious muffins and cinnamon roll, and my husband was surprised how inexpensive everything was in comparison to Finland, and food was very good, and people were very nice, and we just enjoyed ourselves. We had some time. We visited the local yarn store, Boutique Peridot, with a lovely owner. We had a chat. She was attending the festival, so we agreed that I will come shop on Saturday. She insisted, and I did. And I'll insert footage, and I'll try to put all the links to everything I can down below. So yeah, then we went to hotel to rest a bit. Our check-in time came. We could go to the room. The hotel was very nice. It was this new hotel next to the train station, Intercity Breda. Not sponsored. Nothing here is sponsored. So, and at first we were wondering, okay, hotel right next to the railroad tracks, and is it gonna be noisy? Well, I don't know what kind of architectural witchcraft did they use when constructing it, but you couldn't hear a thing. Like, the tracks were right outside of our window. We were on a second floor, and you could see the tracks, and you see the train coming, but you don't hear a thing. I had the best hotel sleep of my life there. The bed was comfy, everything was nice and clean, and the sound isolation was perfect. You couldn't see a thing. I don't know how they do that, but there is some magic involved, definitely. And yeah, I don't sleep good in hotels, never. And there I slept like a log. I wanted to say slept like a baby, but babies don't sleep too well, right? What's with that saying? So I slept like a log, and only positive things. And breakfast was very nice at the hotel as well. My husband also enjoyed it, and he's like, he likes rating hotel breakfasts. Ooh, sorry, I just hit the tripod. He loves rating hotel breakfasts, and that one got a big thumbs up from him. And yes, bonus points for excellent coffee and not gloopy eggs, like scrambled eggs. In Finland, they always make them like gloopy, and I can't. And excellent coffee everywhere, like even like a train station coffee was excellent, and even in the airplane. My husband was very careful, and he asked for a creamer just in case, because in Finland you need that. Finland is the land of bad coffee. I'm sorry, my lovely Finnish people, but it's true. Like that's why everybody drinks it with milk. But there, he tasted it black, and he didn't put the creamer in. So that's how good it was. Okay, so back to Friday, we went for a little nap at the hotel. The room was very nice, comfortable, very quiet. And then we went out for a dinner with girls. My husband and I, Sarah, Larke was arriving later, and yeah, we were already at the restaurant when she came, and Inga with her cousin and baby, and a little baby was there too, Knit Festival baby. So we had nice dinner together. Again, great food, great coffee. What else to say? Yeah, and then we walked back to hotel and tried to then I went to lobby down to knit with some knitters. I made new knitting friends. I made a whole bunch of new knitting friends. Hi knitters who sleep delicious. Sorry for the inner joke, inside joke, but yes, I'm a part of a new knitting group, international knitting group. Ivana was there from Knittinginden and some other lovely ladies. Now I'm not gonna now mention names because I know I will forget someone and that's not gonna be nice. But you know who you are. All the lovely ladies. It was, I don't know how many of them. A lot of them. At least a lot. And yeah, not hi everyone. So yeah, we knit for a bit in the lobby, and that was very nice. And then I went up, and I was very excited about the next day because the festival was next day on a Saturday. I had excellent sleep. I was very well rested. Got up in the morning, had breakfast. I'm telling you everything now, right? But because I don't know how to chop the bits. The festival was nice, that's it. But I'm going in order. And then we walked to the location. It was nearby. It was probably 15-minute walk from the hotel. We went other direction, away from the centrum to more like industrial area. Yeah, Sarah was telling, like, don't get scared. It's like a dodgy end. Like wrong side of the tracks, and we were wondering where. This looks nice. Everything just looks nice. You haven't even seen the dodgy end. And we walked to the Pier 15 skate park. The area was absolutely lovely. They did amazing job arranging everything. There was a stage outside for the interviews, and there were food trucks. There were all kind of really nice things. And then we went inside, and inside did not look like a skate park. They did some sort of magic. There were like furniture. There were nice sofas and chairs and tables, everything for the people. So you walk in, is this giant hall. It's a skate park, imagine. Then there are sellers around. Everyone got goodie bags with a magazine. I'll show you the goodie bag. There were other things as well. So there was a bag, there were some cards, and there were all kind of things in a goodie bag. And there was this magazine that Sarah made. I'll show you the layout. So that's the place. That's the place. And that's the skate park without things inside. But I will show you with the skate park with things already in there. And this is absolutely lovely. It has information about all the sellers, all the activities and guests, and my picture is also in there. I'm under artist talk. No, I am Fiverr artist. I am. I'm gonna give myself credit now and say that, yes, I am Fiverr artist. Where is my silly face? There is my silly face, right in this room, on that wall. So this was very, very nice because I actually didn't have time to check this during the day. I got mine a bit later, but when I came back to the hotel, I just read through everything. And when I've seen people, it was easy to find out more about them, which was very, very nice. So you walk into this hall, back to the story, and I have to tell you, it was very different knit and crochet festival from everything I have ever attended before, and in the good way, in the most positive, amazing way. And now, from now on, I think all the festivals should be like that, because it wasn't about buying and selling things. Yes, it was part of the festival, very nice and much appreciated. It was nice to have the sellers there, but it was about the people, and it was for the people, because sometimes you go to a festival, you buy a cup of coffee and you have nowhere to sit. Like, you need to, your best option is on the floor, honestly. Here, the whole middle was just sitting area for the people to knit, to talk, to do all kind of different crafts and like little like workshops. They had different stations there, and the sellers were around. They were like on the yeah, you could sit in the middle and look around and find a good spot where you want to go and buy something, and it was amazing. It wasn't too crowded. Yeah, there were lines to the cafe and stuff, and sometimes to the bathroom, but that's just normal at any event. But I didn't feel crowded. I could walk, I could move, I could talk to people. I would walk a bit, talk to someone, walk a bit, talk to someone. And then when I wanted to buy something, I just waited for a bit more quiet moment and went straight there. So I tried to take footage of all the sellers that were there, and I will, when you see it, I will put their names and I will put links. I will do the links in the description box to everyone, that you can go check them out and support them, because everybody was amazing. Everybody did such a great job. I wish I could buy something from everyone, but I didn't have a suitcase, and my purchase and gift space was so limited. Because I had a backpack, my husband had a backpack, and I got so many gifts that I had to limit my purchases. But we will do that some other time. Next time. So yeah, and everybody was really, really nice there. We had the most amazing day. There were interviews. They had this thing with headset and like silent disco headphones, that you could actually hear the interviews. Everybody got who wanted the earphones, and yeah, the interviews were arranged that way. And Larke had hers outside on a stage, but it started raining and we moved inside for the rest of the day. But it was very, very nice. Again, food was great. Once again. Yeah, I had there was a food truck outside. My husband went to get us some French fries, and I was told I had them like a proper Dutch person. For the first time in my life, I had French fries with mayonnaise, like Dutch people do. Now, when you're visiting another land, you need to try their way. So I'm not against it. Okay. So what could we talk about next? Purchases, acquisitions, gifts, activities. Let's do gifts first, because I want to brag. Unfortunately, I don't remember the names of everyone, and not all the gifts had cards on them, so I will be just showing them to you. And if you're the person who gave me that, just leave a comment that this is from me, that I know, because I tried, but it was this has a limited capacity. I could not remember all the names. I'm so sorry. I know the faces. If I meet you again, I will recognize you, but the names is not my strong suit. So, and it was amazing how many people had all kind of nice little things made for the festival to share with everyone. Me too. I did as well. I dyed a batch of mini skeins. I think I had about 60 of them that I pressed in a Ziploc, and I had to take one dress out of my suitcase so I could fit that big plump Ziploc full of minis to give out to people just as a little gifts. So I sacrificed an outfit. I only had this dress in this backpack, and then another one that I traveled in. But we were there for 3 days. I I'm good with 2 outfits. So, yeah, and everybody had a little something to share, a stitch marker, a card, some little balls of yarn, and I will just lift them up and show them to you, because I have a whole category of bags. Imagine bags. I got gifts. I got spoiled rotten. First of all, Ivana from Knittinginden made me this bag. It's a funny story. We did a swap a while ago, and I sent her some fabrics I had lying around sitting in my craft room that I'm not a sewist. I knew I'm probably not gonna use them. So she made one for herself and one for me from the fabrics I sent her, and it's Christmas themed. I bought this as a bundle some years and years ago. They were all like a little set, and yeah. So from my fabrics, I have and there was a fox card, but now it's under everything. I'll be just rudely throwing stuff on the floor that I show you. There is my basket of gifts. Look how spoiled rotten I am here. And it's just, I'll start with the bags because they are easy, and then that way I get a space on the table. Okay, the navy knitter made me a yarn cozy. It's so nice. I love the fabric. It's stretchy. You fit a yarn cake in there. And there were other things by her as well, but they are now in a tray. Can't fish them out. I have a little heart pouch. I know the face. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. Who made me this? Some really nice lady made me this. Then this is very special because it hello, it screams me. Liddy made me this bag, and details. Look, that I will never forget where I got it. There's a stamp for the festival in there. And there were other things as well, but now I'm just showing you bags. Adriella made me Amsterdam bag. How cool is this? Very, very special with little flowers inside. Just everything is so thoughtful and themed and amazing. Okay, do I just lift things and show them to you because I want to share? If I remember the name, I'll mention. Actually, no, better not. But Gwen, okay, last one, Gwen. Gwen made me an ornament, and look, it made it safe here. There is a real, like, I don't know, glass probably, but breakable ornament in there, Christmas ornament. This is so much fun. I've wrapped it into this dress and stuffed it on the bottom of my backpack that it would definitely like travel safe, that it wouldn't get squished. So how cute is that? I think I need like a little Christmas tree here in this room to put all the nice things. Let's go with the ornaments. This is so funny because we actually have a few felted foxes on our Christmas tree, and I got 2 more, and I don't have the ones like that. How cute are these? These are adorable. By 2 different people given. Fox theme is running very strong, and everything is just so thoughtful. This was attached to the package from Liddy, right? Yeah? I hope I'm not mixing everything up, but you'll excuse me, right? If I mess something up, I'm just too much of everything. And this is Franny's knitting basket now. But by the way, yeah, Frog and Chicken were with me, of course. Sophia was a bit upset that I'm taking Chicken away from her because they have been best friends. Chicken has been living in her room, and Chicken had to go on a work trip. But we brought some stitch markers back for Sophia and a bit of yarn, so she's happy. She's fine with that. Then I got little foxy notes and lip balm. I already used the lip balm. It's very, very nice. Oh. I wish I would have the name cards for everyone. Okay, Lisa Lot let me pick a little scrap yarn ball from her bag, and no surprise what I picked. There. What else? Okay, this was from Adriella together with Franny's. This is for Clucky. It's a little neckerchief, and these are for Franny. Little wooden shoes. So there. What else I got? I got something else was from Adriella. A little stitch marker that says Knit to Purl to Festival. Or actually I could turn it into a bag pull. That would be nice because it's quite big. I could put it on a bag, on the Amsterdam bag. That she made me. So I have cards, lots and lots of cards. There is, oh, this is just precious. It's a handmade soap, and you can't see, but there is a sheep on it. Take my word for it. There is a sheep on it, and a really beautiful ceramic soap dish. So, I'm amazed by the time that people put in these gifts, and it smells delicious. It smells delicious. I'm not gonna eat soap, but ooh, one more ornament. Little snowflake from Lisette. Little crochet snowflake. There. Okay, that's something I bought. That in the wrong pile. There have been Linda. I met Linda from Wool Hobby, and she gave me a pin for my collection. And there is a little stitch marker I got. What else? One more, like macrame stitch marker. That's lovely. I'll show people's names. Another stitch marker. Very appropriate for the name. Then I got some little labels. One says one of a kind and yarnaholic from this person. I got a personalized name badge because I somehow forgot to take mine, the one I take to festivals. And anyway, it's nothing special. This one is now my official festival badge. The Navy Knitter made it for me, right? Tell me if I'm wrong and I'm messing things up, but I'm pretty sure. There is a little guitar stitch marker from Jessica. What else? My husband and I, we both got lucky clovers. Mine is the dark one, his is the light one. I got beautiful sewist necklace. Not a sewist, but I will have to be. I do have a sewing machine. I was thinking of making some Christmas bags, like gift bags, because I'm trying to be better and not buy wrapping paper anymore. Yeah, but I'm getting distracted. We will talk about it later during Vlogmas probably. Then Roel gave me a little bee stitch marker with some lavender, love it. Then I got a special tag to put into my dress. It's going into my dress because I was participating in Make Along. I'm not sure who made these, but Sarah gave it to me. Okay, then I have more Dutch things from Atelier Constance, right? Am I saying it right? Okay, there is tea, a candle, and some really nice ceramic shoes. Well, where do I make a pile? Oh, I got to the card from Ivana. Foxes, always foxes. Okay, I made a horrible mess in here. Then I have not one, but 2 pairs of fabulous earrings. They were made by a young lady that was there with her mom. I'm so sorry, I don't remember the names, but I remember the faces and the lovely sweater. The young lady was wearing bright pink sweater, very nice sweater. I was so jealous. So my cup of tea. And I couldn't choose, so they let me take both. We exchanged for some mini skeins. Look at these. She makes these herself. I told her that if she starts selling them, I'll promote her. I'll advertise her, but they are gorgeous. Earrings. I don't know how she makes these. This one I can see is a polymer clay, but what is this magic? Is it also polymer clay, but somehow made shiny? I don't know what is this, but they are so beautiful. So yay. Mama got new earrings. So sorry. Then hobby bag. Hobby bag was very generously giving out gifts to everyone, like little. Mine is now. There was a little pouch and some stitch markers and a candy, and mine is in the project bag. Okay, we will circle back to it because I will show you what I was knitting. But let's finish with this. I have. This is so nice. From Miriam, very personalized, and she made one for each of us girls, for Larke, for Inga, for Sarah, and they were in our own colors. The only neon one, as you can guess. The other ones were very like earth toned and suitable for each of the girls. the girls. Some of us more like golden girls. No offense. No, we're not there yet. Okay, Inga is very young, so don't pay attention to my blabber. The girls and mine, it like screams me, because there is like linen in my favorite colors. There is dusty pink, and then there is a little neon touch. It has my name and my face all over it. So this beautiful strap that I will attach to one of my bags. One of my bags will get a strap. Okay, I think I had something else somewhere. I think some stitch markers are hiding somewhere in some of the bags, because I had to leave behind all the packaging. I consolidated into smaller bags and left all the wrapping behind. Couldn't fit it. Oh, and then when we were leaving, Sarah gave us little gifts, and just something to remember by, and it was her favorite stone, which is tiger eye. So yes, very nice. I think symbolizes courage, right? I was too overwhelmed to remember everything she was telling us. But yeah, we had an emotional goodbye at the train station on Sunday. So that one. I think I'm missing something, but I can't figure out what. Yeah, hobby bag things. Wait, I'll make space very quickly here, and I'll show you my project, my knitting that I was working on. This was very lovely. I was working on at the festival, and whoop, stop, don't fall. I had this bag with me by Bertie and Puppet. And I had one little project there with me, which I started a new project. I didn't have anything easy to take with me, so I started a Musselburgh hat for Sophia. She chose the yarn. It's the same yarn that's in her sweater. We had some left, and she wanted a hat. And here is a teeny tiny Musselburgh coming her way. Yes, it's fine. I had it off the needles. It looks small, but it actually fits. So that's how much knitting I got done. I started it. Oh, there's some fluff. Sorry. Didn't look good. So that's the knitting that I got done. And here is the little pouch from Hobby Bags, which was very nice. And there were stitch markers inside. I think they went somewhere. They went loose. No, there they are. Mine were pink. I think they were like given out randomly and they were in different colors and I got lucky. I got pink. This is from Inge and Miek. I'm not sure was the package from one person, because there was a card. There were all kind of things in that package. Or was it from a group of knitters? Now I suspect it was from a group of knitters. But one of the items was this, a candy, stitch markers, and a card. I had a card somewhere. Somewhere I had a card. It probably tells me... No, it was by Hobby Bags. So it was by Hobby Bags. Okay. Okay. trying to regroup, move the stuff out of my way, and show you my purchases. Are you interested? Because I had whole day to shop. Not much space. I was already considering, should I just buy things and then mail them, but I tried to be reasonable and not to burden other people with my problems, because probably I would need help with mailing it. Oh, and then one more thing. Sarah made everyone attending bracelets. Knit 2 Purl 2 bracelets. Everybody got one, even my husband. He gave his to Sophia afterwards, of course. Sophia wanted it, but Sarah, I don't know, did she even sleep before? She had this beautiful big basket with I don't know how many hundreds of the little bracelets in different colors, just with wood beads and the festival. Crazy lady. But they did such an amazing job. Yeah, I was already told it felt so homey and warm and really thought through, and it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel... I get easily overwhelmed by big happenings and big amounts of people. I get anxious and then I need rest, but this time I had completely different and new to me experience. I really enjoyed myself. I didn't get tired. It was the opposite. I was full of energy. I could still keep going. People were asking, oh, do you want to go to rest? Or can you still keep going? And I could. I could keep going, and still, when we came back on Monday, I was still full of energy. Then I crashed afterwards, but I'm surprised I lasted that long. And I got so much out of this experience. I met all the lovely people. We had conversations, some shorter, some longer, but all of them were very meaningful to me. Even if we exchanged a smile, it meant a lot to me. So yeah, I did not get tapped out from this. There was enough space. You could go outside for fresh air and then come back inside. I had probably too much coffee during the day anyway. My husband went to all the queues. He was a champ. He was queuing for coffee for me while I was just chatting away with the people. I didn't do much knitting during the day. Just didn't have time. I was too busy just talking, just being in the moment. And there was my interview. I was the last interview, I think, of the day at 6 o'clock. And not everybody lasted, but the ones that stayed there really wanted to be there for me. The festival ended at 8. It started at 11 and it ended at 8. And it was a very full day, but very nice and very enjoyable. I will show you my purchases now, and then we will blab some more. We will blab some more about something. I will tell you about the end of the trip, how we got home and everything else. Okay, so my purchases. I had limited space. Remember, I gave out around this size of a bag of minis, so that's how much space I had. The gifts went into my husband's backpack because mine didn't have space. So these are all my purchases. Very good reason to buy a project bag is when you need one for packing needs. I'm giving you an excuse to buy a project bag at the next event you're going to. You can pack things in. Smart. And I blame Lisa a lot for buying some of the things. Hello. We had a lovely time. I met people with whom I have talked Sorry if it's a bit noisy. I'm trying to empty it on the table in front of me. Very good that I'm sitting here because whoop, something is coming out. Something heavy and metal is coming out. I think now I'm missing a few things. I'm missing washi tapes because I already put them away in my... You will see them somewhere else. Okay. This is not in any order. I didn't buy it in order, but I did buy a project bag from Hobby Bags. Lisa Lott told me that I need a project bag. I almost left without because I couldn't choose which one I want. There were at least 4 or 5 that spoke to me, and I was like, I was lifting them up and like, which one? And then the lady from Hobby Bags and my friend Lisa Lott, they both said this one. So I went with it. It's lovely. It has handles. It's a drawstring. Very nice, sturdy fabric. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. Really spoke to me. And I fit a whole bunch of stuff in it. Like tightly. The benefits of a sturdier fabric. Okay. So my first, not my first, okay, purchase is not in order. Project bag. Then I got some yarn. Of course I got some yarn. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. It's a Dutch word, but there you go. I've been good. I didn't buy any single skeins. I have 2 of these. I bought mohair. I went with mohair. I don't know why. It's called Mermaid. It spoke to me. So I got these. And I got a bunch of minis. These were just so delicious. So delicious. I could not resist. And then some other people went and got the last set of these. Hi. And these are called Bollywood. Okay. So that's my yarn. I got more yarn. I'll show you yarn first. Of course I bought bright yarn. I regret not buying one skein of bright yarn from a lady with a really nice hair. really nice hair. Okay, trying to remember her name. Don't have it. Okay, I wanted a few minis from K2P2 yarn, but she had a bundle sale that if you take 5 you get them at a very reasonable price. So I took 5 and I have no regrets. They are beautiful. Now they are all hairy from the mohair. Look at them. They are very, very cute. So I have 5. What else? More yarn. Last yarn is from Boutique Peridot. This is new to me yarn, Anel. It's from Belgium, right? And I have 5 of these floof balls. It's like a chunky-ish mohair, 25 grams, 100 meters. So yeah, okay, not chunky, a bit thicker mohair. And I was thinking some kind of sweater for Sophia. That's why I have 5 of them. It is very soft. It's 63% mohair, 20% polyester, and 17% wool. So yeah, very, very nice and soft, and the color is beautiful. And and where do I put them? And then here I have some needle stoppers from the same store. Now I'm gonna be making noise. I put them in the same bag with some other things. But these were, she didn't charge me for these. She just gave them to me as a gift. And thank you so much, dear little mice heads. Okay. Then I bought little pots in case I want to crochet tiny succulents. I think they are 3D printed. The no name of the business on the, I'll put it on a screen. I'll put it on a screen. She had also lovely kits, but the instructions were in Dutch, and I thought, okay, that's probably yeah, too complicated for me, but I think on Ravelry I have seen all kind of, yeah, little knit and crocheted succulents that I could put in these pots. Okay, I think I'm now running out of steam. Just a bit left. Bear with me. I hope you have something nice to drink there. Then there was another lovely lady with project bags, but I tried to limit myself, so I got a bunch of stitch markers from her. I only have one because the rest went to Sophia. There was a strawberry, there was a little tin with the mushroom on it, and I have my pink ducky here because this one stays with me, and Sophia got the rest. Then I bought washi tapes that are not here. One has yarn balls and another one has chickens. And one of my favorite illustrators, Esther Benink, is from the Netherlands. You know, the advent calendar that we assemble every year. Yeah, that's her work. And I have wanted her Christmas ornaments for a while, and I got myself one. And it's quite heavy. It's a metal tea kettle with a beautiful scenery in it. And I was thinking, this is going on a wall. And it might stay there all year round. I'm planning to make like a gallery wall in the living room. I've been gathering all kind of things, but not the topic of today. We will talk about it later. And this one is gonna go there. So yeah. And then there was this store, Rebel with a Twist. Rebellious Knitter. The bag is now a bit wrinkled because it was in my luggage. She gave me the bag on top of the purchase. Very generous. Thank you so much. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. If you're Canadian, you probably know Canadian, right? Firefly notes. Yeah? I've been looking at Firefly notes at their little things for knitters, and I have wanted to make an order, but the shipping, you know, always the shipping from outside of EU, it's a pain. So it's a very, very handy. There are some stitch markers in there. Very handy tin. I decided I will put all my Christmas stitch markers in this tin, dedicated. And then of course I got the stitch markers because they are awesome. No surprises, some mushrooms, and a lost sock. How cute are these? Not that I need more stitch markers, but I wanted these. I have wanted these. So now I have closed that chapter. I have them. Okay. Anything else? I think not. Almost bought a linen dress. Almost. Could not. It was just a bit too tight in the bust. You know, the ones that Sarah always wears in her videos, but oh well, I have enough dresses. It wasn't meant to be, but it was beautiful. Okay. So what else? So we had a very long day on Saturday, but it was lovely. I told you, I'm surprised I did not run out of energy. It was just an amazing day. I think one of the best days in my life. Like, besides like the days the children were born and the day I got married. I mean, in my craft life, it was definitely one of the best days in my craft life and overall experience. And Sarah was such a warm and caring host. She babied us. We're big girls, but she took care of us. She babied us. She made sure everybody's good and fed and welcome. She made us like a lunch bags in the morning, and it was just overall amazing experience. I would definitely do it again. I think Sarah doesn't want to do it again. But if you ever decide to do it again, we're coming. It doesn't matter if you're inviting us or not, we're coming. So yeah, I can't even imagine how big job it was to arrange it. And everything just went so smooth. The weather was probably not the best for like a knit and crochet festival. It was raining, but again, we're knitters. We had a great excuse to wear all our woolly layers, and it was not too cold. At least we come from Finland. It was not too cold. It was delightful. And on Sunday it was plus 16 when we were leaving. I was way too warm in my knit dress. But yeah, I have only positive emotions from the day and from the happening, and it was really incredible to meet all of you, each and every one. So we finished the day. It was raining. It was like raining, like a wall of rain. Luckily, I have knitting friends. I have knitting friends. They got us an Uber, and we went, all of us together, to the hotel. It wasn't a long walk, but we would be soaked. So we took an Uber to the hotel. I got offers also to be taken by car, like some fancy princess being driven around. Yeah, no, I felt very special this weekend. So much attention from everyone, and you can't. It feels strange because I see myself just as this yarn hobbit knitting in a Finnish forest, and I don't feel like anything, like I don't feel like I deserve this much attention. But it was just nice to be a part of it. So we went back to the hotel. We came down to dinner because some ladies were planning to have dinner in the hotel. In the lobby they had a restaurant, and we joined them for that, and then had amazing the rest of the evening. Some knitting and chatting, lots and lots of laughter. I think my face still hurts from all the laughter and smiles. There were also a couple of emotional moments, of course. I wept. It's not hard to make me cry, make me emotional. Some people succeeded very early in the day. I was like, okay, if this runs, I have nothing to fix I will look like a panda, but for the rest of the day, but who cares? Okay, and what else? Yeah, and then we woke up on Sunday. Again, very good night's sleep, just in case. A good hotel, comfy bed, great breakfast, and then we all had Inga and Larke. We had the plane at around same time, so we all took same train to back to the airport in Amsterdam, and it was direct train. It had some delay because another train broke down somewhere in the tunnel, but we got there with a small delay, but we had plenty of time. We still managed to have brunch together at the airport, and then we said goodbyes and each headed own way, and we were home quite late in the evening because again there is a time difference, 1 hour. We arrived, we bought last gifts from the airport because Sophia wished for something that she wanted licorice. I don't think you can get a lot of licorice in the Netherlands, but we bought it at our airport. She's a weird kid. We offered her Dutch waffles, but we got for grandma a box of beautiful tin with like Dutch houses and waffles as a thank you for holding the fort down while we were away for a weekend. Yeah, my mother-in-law was here with kids and the dog. And yeah, so we made it home safe. We had to dig the car out from the parking lot. Parking lot is outside, but they kindly provided us with shovels. And then we drove home. And it was good to be home. It's nice to go visit places, but it's also very, very nice to come home. Because I like home. Okay. What else? Just to summarize, it was definitely worth of going there. I had amazing experience. I have probably told you that at least 15 times today, but I did. I have new dress now to wear to other events that you don't miss. You can't miss me. If you have pictures that we took together, we took countless pictures and all on other people's phones. Just send them to me, email them to me, or send them to me on Instagram. I would love to have pictures with you. Just for my own memories. Yeah. My husband did a very good job as a photographer and videographer. and he was guarding the bags of everyone. Everybody was just dumping the bags on the on the sofa where he was sitting. He was, yeah. He caught some special Pokemons with Inga. Hi Inga, thank you so much. Kid loved the Pokemon that you caught with together. I know nothing about that, but you obviously get the different kind of Pokemons from different countries, and yeah. So my husband brought a special gift for the kiddo. And something else. Ooh, I also bought a little amigurumi plant from, I think that was Sarah's daughter. Was it? Sarah, was it your daughter selling? She looked like you, the beautiful girl that looked like you. She was selling amigurumis, and I bought one for Sophia, and it's in her room. I'll put a picture. It's lovely. So that was my purchase that I forgot to show you. Probably something else, but like, sorry, I'm like, this head is still spinning. Still spinning from all the excitement and all the emotions, and I'll try to put footage everywhere from the trip, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my story about the trip, and I'm sorry if you couldn't be there and you wanted to be there, but I hope that maybe people will learn from Sarah's example that you can throw. Even if you're not a professional, you can still throw amazing happening together. Like why am I saying throw? Put together an amazing happening. And I think Sarah did so much better job than many professionals do. Because I think, like, really, it's the best. I have to say it was the best festival I've ever been to. Just from the feeling. I'm sorry to all the other ones, but yes, I think the atmosphere, the relaxed atmosphere, and everybody was so friendly. Everybody was so tall. It's like flat land of very tall, very flat land of very tall people. I felt short. The land of gorgeous tall people. No, the short ones are also all right. Us shorties. Hug Ben. I found a couple of people who are just as short as I am. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what else. I'm trying to wrap it up before I get emotional and start weeping again, because that has happened a couple of times last weekend. Yeah, it was very, very nice to see you all, and it really was about people, about meaningful connections, about the craft that brings you all together. I feel like a schoolgirl giving you a report on my weekend, how I spent my holiday. But yeah, just very, very emotional weekend. And definitely worth of it. And so many people were like, oh, it's so amazing that you came from far away. Well, us knitters will travel. We will travel for yarn and knitting, right? And crocheters, one more thing. All the garment inspiration, all the new patterns I learned about, all the new designs I saw. One thing that I really enjoyed, I saw a lot of crochet, which you don't see around here. People don't wear crochet, like granny square cardigan tops. I started a trend in Finland of granny square cardigan. Me. I take credit for it, definitely. But there I saw so many crochet things, and it was crochet bags and ponchos and cardigans and sweaters and scarves, shawls. So much crochet. Now I want to do more crochet. Definitely inspired. Then there were two ladies in the matching color work. Were they cardigans or ponchos? Something like that. There was one. I told her, oh my, this is amazing. And then she tapped her friend or the other lady she was with, and they had two matching ones. And it's just like mind blown. If you know who that was, let me know. the pattern. And so many scrap knitting and crochet things. Then there was a tub with 100,000 tiny crocheted hearts. 100,000, yes, you're hearing it right, not 10,000, 100,000. I counted zeros. It was 100,000 crocheted hearts, and you could take a dive and get a piece of that love for yourself, and everybody was just so happy playing in there in the tub of hearts. I wanted to go, but I forgot. I made a round and I wanted to go back and get in, and I forgot. I don't know what happened. I now missed out on the crochet tub, but I have footage of other people getting in. And so many things. There were spinners. There was some like bracelet making from it wasn't the macrame, it was like twisting a rope, like making rope and then making bracelets. There were the knitting doctors with the scrap yarn, like not a lecture, but they were talking about how to design your own like sweater from a scrap yarn. And whom else did I forget to mention? There were hand massages, and there was a photo booth, and like all sorts of amazing things. I can't even go watch. I hope that Inga and Lerke will have their own videos. They will eventually. Just go watch them after me, just in case. We will probably have different experience, like from different corners. Maybe they will mention things I forgot, and yeah. So, and Sarah, I think, said that there will be a video after about the festival as well. There was a young man filming, I think, everything, and I bet it will take time to put it together. It's a big job. It's a big job to piece it together, but once it's there, I think she will let us all know. Okay, I think now it's all. If I forgot something, editing Jana will pop in. I bet I did forget something, but I tried to gather myself and tell you everything from the beginning till the end. So I hope you enjoyed this little trip to the Netherlands with me, to the Knit to Purl to Knit and Crochet Festival, and I had the best time, and I want to thank Sarah and her family and her friends, because it was a big group of people putting it all together. You did an amazing job. You should be so proud of yourself, because we are proud of you. We are so proud of you for creating this giant living room for us to hang in, and the experiences and memories. Lots and lots of very good memories for years to come. And I want to thank everyone who came, everyone who passed by and talked to me, and talks and smiles, and I just had a very special weekend and special moments with all of you. And I'm gonna go now because I'm getting weepy again, and we're not gonna do that. I'm going to work now. And thank you so much for everything. It was very, very special, and I will carry it in my heart and my memories forever. And I hope we meet again. Maybe not at the same festival, maybe not at the same location, but I hope we meet again. But at least in your living room next week. No, actually earlier. Vlogmas is starting. I'm all in a Vlogmas prep. Okay, I'm gonna go now, and I'm wishing you a very good day, and take care, knit a lot, squish some yarn for me, and I'll see you soon. Heippa!